Hi everyone, welcome to ELI, the place where you get your daily dose of inspiration for entrepreneurship. And today we have with us Mr. Kyle Fernandes, who is the founder of Meme Chat, which is an online platform where memers can compete and make things viral. Hi Kyle, welcome to ELI.
Awesome, Priya. Thanks for having me. Great to be here.
I would request you to introduce yourself to our audience, please.
Awesome. So I've been a entrepreneur since I was 15 years old. I found my
Mhm.
first company, Stripe, an anonymous social networking platform.
Okay.
Scaled that to over 100,000 users. After that, I wanted to scale it further and wanted to have an interesting marketing channel because all the others were pretty expensive. Being 16 years old, it's pretty expensive to afford that kind of Facebook ads, Google ads, and stuff like that. So I
Mhm.
made this meme page called Shit Indian Say. And the sarcastic Indian, very popular meme pages. They gained about 3-4 million following. And the sole reason I built these meme pages was so that I could essentially market my product when these meme pages became big.
Okay.
And when meme pages became big, brands came to me and they said, they want us to make memes for them and to post it on our page. So they saw
Mhm.
us like influencers, and they wanted memes we made specifically for them because they also found it very interesting. And some of these brands were Amazon Prime, Alt Balaji's,
Mhm.
and other OTT platforms, and
Okay.
even uh, companies like OnePlus. And
Mhm.
that's when I realized, memes have this massive potential. And that's when we built Meme Chat, a social media platform which enables users to share and discover memes. And these memes are powered by this creator economy that we empower to earn via brand partnerships and NFTs.
Okay. Uh, can you tell us more about the meme chat? How it all started? What was the premise behind it, and a little bit about the business side of it as well.
Awesome. So, how this started was essentially that when I realized that, memes were a great marketing tool and brands wanted memes to be made for them, I realized that, there's value creation here. So every time a person creates a meme, he can actually create value. So what we wanted to do was to capitalize on that value.
Okay.
This was when I was in first year, or I was actually in second year of college when we
Okay.
thought about this, and we started building it. By the third year of college, we launched it as Meme Chat,
Mhm.
and that's how this actually took off from there. And then the pandemic came, and then college also became like online and stuff like that. So we got a lot of more time to sort of build and fundraise and other things like that. So that was a very interesting curve for us. But the main reason for starting Meme Chat and a social media platform is because being Gen Z millennials ourselves, we really understood what people want. Memes are all about relatability, right?
Mhm.
You relate to memes. People are sharing memes, all the time. There are these conversations happening via memes on WhatsApp and Instagram, and we want to be the platform that enables these conversations via memes for billions of people. That is what we are building at Meme Chat. So that was the main start of this. And then we had to build a lot of interesting, lucrative things for people to come and actually use the app. For example, why would creators come on Meme Chat to create memes and not on Facebook and Instagram or Twitter?
Right.
For that, the only differentiation factor that I could have had, because I don't have an audience for them to cater to, the only differentiation factor I could have was helping them earn money.
Mhm.
And that the creators found very lucrative, and they came on the platform. And once they came on the platform, they earned money. Then we could attract the viewer and the large scale viewership and the audience. And that's how viewers came to the platform. And this is the thing that we learned was we really need to create value for people who are using our product. For in the sense of the creator, it is to earn money, to get that fame, get that hype. In terms of a viewer, and for that experience, we need to cater for them to easily share content, easily view the best content. So
Mhm.
those are very crucial things, because if people are talking in memes and we are facilitating those conversations, we need to make the viewers and the users look cool in these conversations. So we have to build products and tech for that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Uh, I understand the platform users angle, but can you tell us how you as a business earn money when the meme makers come to your platform? How do you encash these traffic?
So as a social media platform, actually, we have multiple revenue streams, right? Because see, it's about audience and it's about time. The more
Mm.
time people give us, the more we can monetize, and the more attention they give us, the more we can monetize. So I'll take you through each of my monetization models.
Sure.
One is the brand partnerships, where let's say a brand like Amazon Prime or OnePlus or ShareChat would come to us, and they would have a meme template. You will understand the concept of meme template, right?
Right.
It's
Yeah.
something people would make multiple memes on. They would give us these meme templates, and then our creators would make memes for them, and
Mm.
they liked it. Their brand gets enhanced. They get memes to share on social media, and they find it very interesting. So they pay us for getting these memes created, and in turn we pay the creators. So
Okay.
that has been the source of our revenue since day one.
Hmm.
That is one monetization model. The second monetization model is essentially having people mint their viral authentic memes into NFTs. So now Web3 is becoming very dominant.
Right.
So give them the opportunity to mint their memes into an NFT, and then they can be traded on our own NFT marketplace that we've built called the Meme Club. And the holder of these NFT gets some very exclusive utilities like access to NFT airdrops, community gatherings, merchandise, and a lot more. And we are building on these utilities more and more. So that's the second monetization model that we have. The third monetization model that we have is something called the meme chat store, kind of like social commerce, right? Where the viral memes created by these creators can be made into merchandise, you know, like hoodies, t-shirts, stuff like that. So
Mm.
that is a monetization model that we have, where essentially, people are now, because they see these viral memes and this interesting, wacky content, they want to wear it as well. So there's a large market for that. In fact, Beavercoof used to do it, till Beavercoof, is one example of that. And the fourth monetization model, which is not active right now, but we are building towards, is our own ad platform. So memes are so contextual, right? Like, you
Right.
like memes about football, or you might like memes about VCs, or you might like memes about finance. And
Mm.
because of that, it's a lot of context. So an ad platform, when we are building, a brand will be able to use our audience to sort of target their product, to our audience, and that's how, kind of like Facebook ads or Google ads, right? For our platform. But this is also interesting. It'll be done via memes. And the interesting thing about that is that, ads tend to ruin the experience of social media,
Right.
right? Because you're scrolling and you see that ad. Sometimes it's not even a skippable ad.
Right.
You watch that, 1 minute ad or that 20-second ad is for the entire duration. But with meme ads, right, it just fits into the persona. So
Mm.
people don't really care about, they saw this meme ad. And sometimes it's so subtle that you won't even realize it's an ad if it's an ad, right? And that's the beauty about meme ads. So a lot more meme ads can be shown on meme chat compared to, Facebook showing an ad after every 5 stories or after every 5 posts, right?
Mm.
So that is what, we are, how monetization and business end looks like.
Curious about the name meme chat. But just want to understand how did you arrive at this name, and since it ends with chat, is there a chat element to the platform, or is it the vision where we want to reach, where the chat happens through memes? Tell us about it.
So actually the thing was this, that we enable conversation via memes, right? So we essentially enable chatting. Now, so we need to be very practical about this, right? I cannot create my own messenger at this point because WhatsApp is doing a phenomenal job. So is
Mm.
Instagram, right? So
Right.
there's no point sort of, creating your own messenger right now. So
Mm.
what we did was we created a keyboard within the app, which can be used on WhatsApp and Instagram and Telegram or whatever chat app that you use, and where you can instantly search or whatever meme you're thinking about, you get that meme within a second to share with your friends. So that is where the name meme chat comes from, because we're enabling chatting via memes. So it's not a chat application messenger. We will be building that as well, but we enable meme conversations.
Okay. Um, can you tell us? in a single line or two, three lines, what is the exact problem statement that you are solving through your venture?
So the exact problem, so there are two problem statements that we are effectively
Sure.
solving. One is to, make conversations and make introverts look cool, right? Via chatting with memes, you can impress a girl, you can impress your friends, enhance your, personality via memes, because that's something that people find very interesting. The second problem statement that we are solving is the creator economy, right? Creators, don't have many sources to monetize.
Mm,
On YouTube, the video creators can monetize because of, an ad is placed on the 30-second, or between their video, or they will get a brand partnership where they will talk about a brand in their video,
mm,
right? So only video creators have substantial monetization at this point. So what we wanted to do was create monetization channels for meme creators, and it's easier to be a meme creator than to, actually be a video creator.
mm.
Yeah.
Uh, can you also tell us what is the scale of operation you have right now in terms of how many users are using the platform? What is the revenue you make from different channels, or any other metrics like the North Star metric that you follow at your venture?
So we have 1.3 million monthly active users on the platform, and we do a revenue of $1 million a year,
Okay.
you know, and a daily active user base is about 210,000. So 210,000 daily active users, 13 lakh monthly active users, and $1 million in revenue.
Oh, what are the different modules that you have built inside the application? Can you brief us a little bit?
Pardon?
What are the different modules that you have inside the platform, and anything you can tell us about the technical stack tech stack that you have used to build this platform?
So there are sort of three very crucial elements to our app. One is the creator tools that we offer, where person can just select a template, make a meme over there, and then in the backend also, payment, where you would actually pay the user for creating content, right?
Mhm,
So that is one crucial module for us. Second is the feed, the meme feed, where we have to recommend the best content, the content that he will be attracted to if he likes. So that is the third element, and the feed is something that most companies are still perfecting, because recommendations is such a tricky, such an complicated, you know, thing that it is very tough to execute, and that is
mhm.
something even we are executing at this point. That's the second module that's very crucial for us, the feed.
Okay.
And the third is the keyboard, where we can make it easy for people to search through memes and type and stuff like that. So these are three very important elements. So a lot of machine learning is used, for example, when we have things like face swap, where people
Mhm,
could swap their friend's face or their own face within these memes. The third would be the recommendation engine, where we're trying multiple techniques to give the best recommendation. And the third is moderation,
mhm.
moderating content, and that is also extremely crucial for us.
Um, when we talk about platform businesses, there is a concept called product market fit, and uh, uh, many a times we as a product company we try to achieve the PMF or reach there. Can you tell us where you are in terms of the product market fitment curve, and what are the different tweaks that you have done to your product to reach there?
So I'll be frank and honest. So
Sure.
our retention, is, if you look at App Annie or Apptopia or various other companies, or
Mhm.
various other social media companies, our retention is far better than them. Our
Okay.
retention is way uh, higher than them, and we've grown organically, right?
Mhm.
1.2 million monthly active users that we achieved till about last month were all organic users. Only now we started inorganic through
Okay.
Facebook ads and that. But that being said, I personally feel that I have still not achieved product market fit. Because what
Mm.
exactly is product market fit according to me, I'll tell you, is that every user that comes on the platform, a percentage of them stick to the platform form forever and become power users.
Mm.
Right now our power user ratio is 20%. That whatever users that come on the platform, 20% of them will become power users,
Okay.
right? What we need to do is get this to 50% and an everyday use case. So when that happens, right, whatever user comes, that will lead to a DAO and MAO growth.
Mm.
When that happens, that is when PMF, I feel, is reached, and we are getting very close to there. That every user that comes, right, they become a part of that DAO MAO forever. You know, that is PMF.
I think you have done a wonderful job in building the platform, and where you have reached. It's a commendable job. But would really love to understand what is the end goal, where you want to reach in next 5 to 10 years time. What is the vision you have for the platform?
I think when I reach a billion people regionally and internationally, and they are, the Gen Z millennials all over the world are conversing in memes, talking in memes, and
Right.
creators make this a substantial livelihood. I think that's the end vision here. Creating a platform that could potentially be, something as big as, TikTok or Facebook. And that's the end vision.
What are the different challenges that you have faced along the way while building and growing this venture? Any major ones that you can share with us?
In terms of execution, there has never been a challenge because me having a very strong technical background, my CTO having a strong technical background, my other co-founder also having a strong technical background. We figure out products very well. And
Mhm.
second, being memers ourselves, we understand what people like. So we never had a challenge in sort of product ideas and making products work or not work. You know,
Mm.
Products always work for us. I think one of the biggest challenges, and monetization also was not a challenge because we figured out monetization also very early compared to any other social media app in India. Nobody at our level had monetized,
Right.
the way we have. And I think the only challenge was making, I think, VCs understand how powerful memes can be and the impact they can create. I think that was one of the biggest challenges.
Okay. And any pivots that you have done to your model so far? Tell us about some major pivots.
So there have not been any pivots as such
Okay.
till date, right? Because we stuck to the idea, we believed in it, and it worked, right?
Hmm.
So people loved viewing memes. That was a fact. People wanted to create memes and earn money. That was a fact. And second, what we added some time back was the meme chat keyboard, enabling these conversations via meme. So we added another extension. After we launched the app, after about a year of launching the app, we added the keyboard extension, and that was, if that's not a pivot exactly, but that's an enhancement of what the
Hmm.
product was and what our vision was. So instead of building the chat app, that we were thinking of, we built this because we didn't want to compete with WhatsApp or Instagram. That would be stupid of us.
Right.
So yeah, that is how we sort of build this out.
Well, coming to the next part of the interview, we will talk a little bit about the personal side of being an entrepreneur. To start with, can you tell us uh, when and why you started entrepreneurship? I think you have already mentioned you at 15 years age you started entrepreneurship, but why did you start it? What triggered it, and what is the drive uh, behind that?
So to be honest, I was very inspired with the movie The Social Network. I'll be honest with you, and I think uh, what really got me there was that you know I saw that movie and imagined that Mark Zuckerberg could do it. Why can't I?
Mhm.
And I think that led me to believe that, even I can do it. So why don't we try it? And it was a long journey since then, right? Because now I'm 24. I started this when I was 15. So it's almost been 8 years, 9 years now, right? And to understand that, it took me a while to sort of, make this entire journey play out. And the sole reason of starting a social media was effectively that, I was really fascinated with data, and how we could, use it for betterment of people. And I think creating a large data company was what I had in mind. So meme chat is because of the context that memes carry and the information they carry. It is enabling the prospect and the potential of a very large data company.
Mhm. When you started at 15 years age, I think it's most of the people are in the 10th standard when they're at that age, and all they can think of is little things in the world, like how do I buy a new pair of jeans. At that age, how did it play out for you, managing different aspects of your life, especially you'd have academic commitments, and there would be parents who would be guiding you at each step. What are you doing? How did it play out for you?
So studies, right, was something that I got very easily. Matlab, I had to just, read it once, give the exam, and I was out of it.
Hmm.
It was never something that, I had to slog and study for hours and hours on it. So I never got great marks. I got mediocre marks, 75, 80% the beach,
Hmm.
and I was okay with that. Okay. I'm
Okay.
passing, I'm doing fine, and getting those marks. And 12th May, I think I did much better. I got about 93, 94%, but didn't
Okay.
study much for that also.
Hmm.
Just a little bit here and there. I just gave the exam. So the rest of the time I had to build this. So I was just building. I learned how to code PHP and MySQL. I built a first website of the product, which is subscribe,
Hmm.
and then I sort of scaled up from there. But I was very much interested in computer science, but never much interested in studies.
And how about parents? Did they support you, or were they like, what are you doing?
Initially तो pipe dream ही लगता है ना parents को, because it's like he thinks he'll become like Mark Zuckerberg or whatever he's planning to do. How many people can actually make a product and scale it to that level?
Hmm.
So of course they had doubts, and they they wanted me to do my engineering and things like that, which I ended up doing. You
Hmm.
know, so to keep them happy, I did that. But it was just that the initial part had to be figured out by me. With all the obstacles in place, may have been school, may have been you know my parents. It had to be figured out. And the thing is this, right? As long as you have a laptop with an internet connection,
Hmm.
you can literally change the world. Anyone,
Right.
right? So it's just how much time you give on that laptop and what constructive and productive time you enable over there. So that is very, very crucial and important.
Imagine that tomorrow you wake up and find out that your venture has failed, or the idea or premise behind it was wrong, and you have gone bankrupt. What would you do?
I'd be quite excited because now I'll start something new.
Okay.
I think it's the experience that I have gained over the past 9 years. You know, I've seen a lot of failure as well. It's not that I've not seen failure. I've seen disappointment as well. I've seen a lot of things. Now I'm just too bulletproof to that. You know, that it's all right. I mean, worst case, I'll be sad for probably a day till I figure out my next move. But it is something that will also be exciting कि यार अब क्या नया करूँगा, because something I will do नया only. पैसे तो बना लेंगे. That is the fact that I am very confident about, that we just need to figure out how we can create value for people and then sell that.
Speaking of failures, can you tell us what are some of the biggest failures and disappointments that you have gone through as an entrepreneur, and how did it play out for you?
I think my first venture when I started an anonymous social networking platform, that didn't work out, right?
Mm,
So we had built a meme page also to promote that product. So that didn't work out. I think that was uh, and we went heavily into memes and pages and creating content after that. Being a very high level programmer at one point, I became more of a memer. That's when I realized, what am I doing?
mm,
I want to do something in tech. I want to create a big tech company. That's why I started this. I don't want to be happy with a brand paying me 30,000-40,000 bucks a month. I want to create something huge. And essentially, that's when I realized that all right, that product didn't work out. So let's start something new. And there was started with no hard, it was not like started with disappointment or anything. It's like, I need to be practical about it. It didn't work out. It didn't work out,
mm,
and I have to, and I think some product features also that we launched sometimes did not work out. For example, there was this groups feature we have. It didn't work out because and what that's the learning that I got from there is being an entrepreneur, right? You have certain biases when you
mm,
think of an idea, you think of a feature, and
mm.
you don't let go till a very long time. Even when you
Right.
realize and people around you are realizing it's not working out, you don't tend to let go. And
Mm,
that I think I learned early on ki it's not about me. It's about
mm,
what people. So learn to let go fast and don't get attached to the features in the product that you're building because there might be some changes, there might be something else that happens. No, there's not been a pivotal change for us, but we have experimented with new features as well. Apart from the ones that we existingly have, we tried some interesting things as well, which did not work. So yeah, things like that are very important.
My final question for you. Tell us, what is the meaning of entrepreneurship for you? How would you define the term entrepreneur?
I think how I would define the term entrepreneur is a person who builds a big, big business in a very constrained environment. You know, it's like that is the definition of entrepreneurship for me. That uh, things are so constrained for me, or they had been. I was in school, I was in college. Convincing VCs was also hard at a point. How do I make a sustainable business and earn money as well?
Mm,
So I think that has been very fundamental to me. Key, it's about figuring out the next move. Like at every point of time, it's about what is the best move that you have. You play chess, you would know. It's about figuring out the best move, and I think that is entrepreneurship for me.
Well, on this note, I think we are at the end of our wonderful discussion. Thanks for your time, Kyle, and our best wishes for Meme Chat.
Thank you so much, Priya. It was great chatting with you.
Likewise.
Awesome.